Hello everyone, my name is Ho Yi I'm from Department of Civil Engineering International University. It is my pleasure to be here to talk about the reason why tobacco is legalized despite many harmful effects. In this presentation, my group will explain three main parts. Firstly, we will talk about the history and background of tobacco. Secondly, we will show some impacts of tobacco. And finally, I will summarize what we have presented today. We hope that throughout our presentation, you could have some insight about tobacco. And now we talk about the first part, about the history and background of tobacco.
My name is Ngụy Nam. First, I'll talk about the very first beginning of tobacco. The indigenous people used tobacco since roughly 1 BCE. In their societies, tobacco likely another method of consumption than smoking is vital medicine, curing wounds, toothache, or other forms of pain and disease. It was also used for religious and cultural ceremonies. And another use of tobacco was a supplementary currency and became a measurement of wealth. Second, about some lawsuits in history. There were a lot of people who smoked, like trusted newsmen, beloved cartoon characters, and cowboys. The Los Angeles Times reported that there were four Marlboro men dying with smoking-related diseases, and this is a picture of a Marlboro advertisement provided by his wife. He died earlier that month and was the fourth Marlboro man to die. In 2011, Australia introduced the plain packaging law, which means reduce the attractiveness of tobacco packaging, eliminate tobacco advertisement and promotion, brand and product name placed in the bottom, and health warning included. We can still see this law today in Vietnam. Two tobacco companies sued Australia in its highest court to stop this law. After that, Philip Morris Asia continued to sue Australia to the international court, and obviously when a company sues the sixth largest country in the world to defend for the toxic product, the Australian government won and the companies were required to pay the government cost. These companies again attack on small countries to increase pressures. PMI launched a legal challenge against a tiny South American country of Uruguay for damaging its business prospects for 5 years. Togo, the top 10 poorest country, was also attacked because of the plain packaging law. British American Tobacco sent a letter to Namibia and Solomon Islands to warn them that the law would result in the loss of any legal challenge against this company. So in the next part we'll follow the presentation of Plankton to point out some reason why these things happen.
Hi, my name is Lepton, and now I will talk about the reason why the government do not or actually cannot ban the tobacco industry even when their products are bad for our health. First is about profit. Many countries require an additional tax on tobacco products, hoping that there will be less products from this industry. But in fact, this action created quite a lot of tax income. For example, in the US 2019, the revenue of tobacco tax is 12.46 billion US dollar. Banning this industry will cause the income to disappear immediately, and that will lead to cuts on government spending, or worse, higher deficits. Second is about employment. Banning a huge industry like tobacco means that people who work in cigarettes productions, distributions, and sales will lose their jobs, and the number of unemployment will increase very fast, which is a big problem and hard to solve. We can look at the table. In the US 2012, the number of employment of tobacco industry is more than 40,000. Or, based on this chart, the number of employees of British American tobacco business in 2019 is more than 90,000 worldwide. If all of them lose their job at the same time, it will be a crisis for both the government and their people. And third It's about the industry itself. It had its own strategy, and Minh Hoàng will show you more about this.
My name is Đặng Nguyễn Minh Hoàng. I will talk about the strategy that the tobacco industry has been using to make impact on our life. Is undermining science. In US, tobacco companies use a small number of scientists to spread mistrust evidence about the connection between lung cancer and smoking cigarettes. Media manipulation. They affect attitudes on massive scale and create contents coherent with exaggerating themselves, furthering the agenda. The industry proposed to solve challenge with the illegal cigarette product by using industry control tracking system of the government, which means shifting power from government to the industry, creating illusion and support. Front Group is used as the voice of the tobacco company. They deceive policymakers and public about the true origin and intention of tobacco industry, lobbying and hijacking legislative process. Tobacco industry use political contribution to gain access to the policymaker. In 2017, the UK Foreign Office has opened an investigation into British American tobacco involvement in corrupting policymakers in at least four African countries. Invasions. Tobacco companies usually disobey the rule by dodging tobacco tax or providing cigarette products through illegal channels. And the last one is litigation. The industry has been litigating tobacco control regulations in dozens of countries. They even use countries with lower public policy standards to dispute for them. Now we will come to the last part, summary and conclusion. Lượng will talk about this part.
So this is everything we have presented today. Before the end of our presentation, I would like to cover it into two main parts. Firstly, the birth of tobacco, and secondly, some problems that we are facing with. We hope that throughout our presentation, you have been convinced that why tobacco need to be reduced. This is also the message that I want to deliver to all of you. Thank you for your attention. And now it is the time for questioning and answering.